Hello everyone. Today is a special video as I am doing a Q&A with the owner of Toilet World Roleplay 2. But before I show you, hi, I'm an upcoming Toilet World Roleplay content creator who's trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. Like this video and subscribe. The first question I asked was, will Mothership become a game pass or an insert code? Which he replied that it will be obtainable by a badge. Question 2. Will Watchmen of Doom become free in public after his rework? Which he replied that it will be free in public servers. Question 3. Will the drill race release in the future? Which he replied that it will release soon. Question 4. Will you plan on reworking the Clock Titans? Which he replied, he is not sure yet. Question 5. Will Astro Part 1 update release before when upgraded Titan Speaker Man releases? Which he replied that he won't be releasing minimum until Astro Part 3 update. Question 6. When do you plan on releasing Sonar Titans 1.0 to 2.0? Which he replied, he is not sure. Question 7. What update will be your most favorite? Which he replied, the Astro update will be his favorite. Question 8. Will there be any more maps being added? Which he replied, there will be new maps in the future. Question 9. Will the TV Armada also be reworked with the upgraded Titan TV Man rework? Which he replied, he is not sure yet. Question 10. Will Jimmy get a rework as well as the toilets after the TV update? He replied saying it has not been decided yet. Before we move on, join my Discord server to make new episodes, recreations, and more. Question 11. Will upgraded Titan Cameraman 3.0 get a damaged move in the future? Which he said yes. Question 12. Will upgraded Titan TV Man get a 3.0? If so, will it release after his rework? Which he replied that he will have a 3.0. Question 13. Will Carrier and Mothership be released in public servers? Which he said he is not able to tell me. Question 14. Do you plan on releasing Jeffrey anytime soon? Which he replied with no. Question 15. Will there be a semi-Titan TV Man? Which he said he is not sure. Question 17. Do you plan on adding more multiverse characters? Which he said yes. Question 17. Will Tri-Titan ever be added to the game? If so, will he be a badge or a game pass? Which he replied that if he was added, he'll most likely become a game pass. Question 18. Will there be more Alliance and Toilet character added to the game in the future? Which he said yes. Question 19. Do you ever plan on adding zombie characters or as a button to get infected by the virus? Which he replied he doesn't know. Question 20. Will upgraded Titan TV Man contain an infection move that will merge with Watchmen of Doom? Or would it be separate morphs? Which he replied, he is not able to tell me. Question 21. Will Jimmy 5.0 release in public servers or stay as a RP lobby pack? Which he replied, saying yes but is way different. Question 22. Do you plan on adding a parasite toilet including a core hijacker morph? Which he said of course. Question 23. Will other Titans contain an astro infection? Which he said yes. Question 24. Will a first-person camera be added? Which he replied saying yes. Before we move on to the last question, join my production server to create episodes, link in description. Question 20. Before we move on to the last question, join my production contain an astro infection? Which he said yes. Question 24. Will a first-person camera be added? Which he replied saying yes. Before we move on to the last question, join my production server to create episodes, link in description. Question 25. Will more damaged moves be added to Titans? Will Armada characters be added? And will more characters be added to full pack as most of them are going into public? He replied saying, yes, there will be more damages, yes, there will be more characters in full pack, but none of the characters from full pack and small pack will go public. That's all for the video. Like and subscribe to the channel as we are trying to reach 10,000 subscribers.